Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today is the show day and I have Pearl here ready to go. I just need to get my corsage jacket on and then we gotta go inside, and I'm going to quickly tell you guys one thing real quickly before I get up on her, and that is that I had to bring Lucy to my uncle's farm today, and I didn't get to record it, but I brought her to his farm because I had the vet check up on her, and the vet said that it could be any day now that the baby will be born. So I am very excited and nervous all the same time for that situation. But today I'm going to be getting up on Miss Pearl and having a good ride on her, and yeah, so let's get started with this show. Good girl. Good girl. Alrighty, so I'm up on Miss Pearl now. We're just going to walk over to the arena. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for Pearl, not Pearl, my goodness, Pearl is not pregnant. At least I don't think she is. She doesn't look pregnant at all, and also if she was pregnant, I don't know who the dad would be. But I'm so excited for Lucy to have her baby so we can kind of see what the baby's gender is and kind of all of those things. I don't even have any baby names because it was so soon. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be probably not going to be able to record her having the baby, but I'll probably see if my uncle can get some footage of her and the baby afterwards. So because I don't know what I'm gonna be doing the day that she has the baby, so but yeah, we're gonna go into the arena now and do our flat class first, and then we have our hunter jumper type classes next. Alrighty. Alrighty guys, so I just finished my flat class and I'm not gonna know what my score is until I think the end of the class. So yeah, finished my first flat class. I have another one at the end of my 100 jumpers and type of like jumping and stuff. I have another one afterwards. So yeah, I have 2 flat edits and I have, I think, 2 jumping rounds, maybe more than 2. I haven't looked at my courses yet, so I don't even know how many courses I have. So I'm gonna go and change, and we have a little bit of time before we go. And so I'm going to change her bridle into her jumping bridle and her saddle into her jumping saddle, and also change her boots to her jumping boots so that way she doesn't hurt her legs, and change my jackets. So I will see you guys when we are all ready to go. Alrighty, so I'm all ready to go and she's also all ready to go. We're kind of going to be a little late, so I started trotting and kind of like getting her ready to go because it was time for us to go into the arena. And don't mind the boots, they are navy blue. I thought I grabbed the black ones, but apparently I grabbed her navy ones, the navy ones. So she has her navy boots on, so we're just not gonna bother with that. I did not grab the right ones. It kind of matched my jacket. My jacket's like a dark blue, but it looks black, so it's very strange. Don't mind that. So we're going to start our first round. So I kind of gotta go in here. I kind of halt. Alrighty, so I tell them that I'm good to go, and I start cantering and go to the first jump. So this is actually the place that I take my lessons at. So and Pearl hasn't actually been here in a while, so she was kind of like hesitant, but she was also comfortable at the same time. So we did our course, and our course was actually pretty nice. So it was yellow to green to blue to yellow, and then to a I think it was to another yellow, and then from that yellow to green to yellow. So it was like quite of a difficult course for Pearl, but I think it was a good course for her because she hasn't had that type of a course in a while. And then to yellow, which was a kind of an awkward yellow to get to, but she did pretty good with it. And then it went to yellow again, to then green to green. I don't know if I did the striped green, but I think I did. So yellow to green to green to I think another green. Yeah, it was. This is also background me, so I've already done the course before, so it's been a little bit since I have watched over the footage. But that was the end of the first course, and you do a circle and then you walk. So that was the end of our first course, and it was really good. I kind of stopped here to kind of like give her a second to breathe because she was like she worked real hard on this course, and so I was like giving her a second kind of to relax, and giving her lots of pats and telling her that she did really good. And then we went to a different arena to do our last 2 courses. So I will go there right now. Alrighty, so now we're in the next arena. So we had this lesson, so it was like a trial, so we had like to try the course out because it was in a new arena, and Pearl has never been here. None of my horses have actually been in this arena before, and so it was a new area, and they wanted all the horses to kind of check out all of the jumps and kind of make sure that they weren't going to spook or anything. So that's what we did. We kind of checked all of the jumps and the surroundings. And then we had another course after this, and it was more of like a cross-country type situation. So then we cantered a little bit. We kind of warmed her up because it was a long walk down, and so she was technically already warmed up, but they wanted us to warm them up again to kind of make sure that they're all good and ready to go. And then they said that I could go, but it was kind of strange they said that I could go right here because I was facing the wrong way, so I had to do a circle and kind of get her prepared for our first jump. So our first jump was actually this blue and white jump, and it was a pretty big jump. So this is like a pretty tall course, and so it was like pretty good at the start. And we did really good on these jumps, which was surprising to me because she hasn't jumped this high yet. So seeing her jump this high made me really, really, really excited for the future with her. So, and then the next, and she took a long there, which was like really cool to kind of feel how she did. And we did all of the jumps, and they told us to go back around and do our last jump, which was this big yellow, which she already jumped, so I knew she would do good with the yellow, but I didn't think she was gonna do that. She kind of like clipped the jump, but it didn't fall over, and they told me to like redo that jump because they said it didn't look right. It didn't feel right either, so I had her do it again. And they said if she does it again, then she'll get she'll get a full T jump, but she did good. So it was definitely a strange jump, like, and the angles that it was at, like, she has never jumped an angle jump like that, that's like turn and you have to jump it. She's never done something like that yet, so yeah. And then we had our second jumping course, and then it was our flat course. So I will show you guys the footage of the alrighty, so this is the footage of the next course, and it was more of like a cross-country type course, but they told us that we had to wear our jackets. We couldn't wear cross-country gear because they said that it wouldn't have worked because you're in the arena. Like, they said that you don't have to wear it if you don't want to, and also I forgot mine at home, so I just wore my jacket. So I was kind of nervous because she hasn't done cross-country yet, and there was a lot of new things here. So they told us to walk around with the horses because I had a 50-minute wait because there was other people going, and then it was my turn on her, and we weren't walking around or anything because I got off of her and I had her eat hay and kind of like chill out and relax for a little bit until it was our turn again. And the first jump was a purple oxer, and I was so nervous for this purple oxer. And they told me that I could go, but I was on the other side of the area where the purple oxer is. So I ended up getting her up to speed and kind of getting her to go a little bit fast, so that I can do a UE and kind of get her. And we passed the purple jump, but trust me, I was trying to kind of make this jump look good. And so I slowed her down and kind of got her in her angled, and then we jumped it, and she did a tall boy, like she yeeted her body over it, and I kind of didn't like how she did that. But then we had a green jump, which was on the other side of the area. Nope, that's blue, not green. My goodness. Apparently I'm going colorblind. I don't know why I say certain colors and then we do a different color. We do a green jump, 2 green jumps, and then it was red to yellow, and she did really good with these jumps though. The cross country ones, I was like so freaking happy that she actually jumped them because I didn't think she was going to. So after this, we had the green one. So we had to roll back and do this green one. And then we had to go over here and do this jump that's over here. I think this is a it's a black and white jump. And then she had to do another roll back into the barrels into the green jump. And then we had to do the hay and do the purple jump once again. So it was definitely a course for sure. It was a little bit complicated. At some points it was complicated and I had to slow her down to kind of make sure that we would get this right. So yeah. And then I had to roll back and to do the purple jump, which I kind of didn't like this purple jump because of how she would jump it when I would go slow. So I turned her and kind of told her just to go a little bit faster, and she jumped it a lot nicer than our first round when we first jumped it. But then I trotted her around a little bit, kind of cool her out. And she did really, really good on the jumps, and I was really pleased with how she jumped those cross-country ones, especially the hay one. I thought she was going to stop and start eating the hay, so I definitely am thankful for how she did. And then we have our flat class, which they told me to just change my jacket and put her in her boots, and then they told me just to do it like that. Because I left all of my other stuff at the first place that we had, but I'm just cooling her out. As you guys can see, just cooling her out, and I didn't have anyone behind me, so they said that I could just cool her out for a bit if I needed to, and then go and change because I had no one behind me, because everyone else was in that arena doing warm-ups for their horses for the flat, because they had to get rid of all of the jumps that are in here so people could do flat. So yeah. Alrighty, so someone very kindly went and got all of my gear to do this flat class, because I was like not wanting to do it in my other saddle, because this saddle was like, would have been so weird seeing everyone else having their proper saddles and then just me with not the proper saddles. So we did the flat class, and it was mostly trotting and walking and doing a little bit of canter back and forth. So this is us just trotting because they asked us to just trot, and then right here they asked us to canter, and they asked us to do a little bit of a faster canter, and then they asked us to walk immediately after we started doing the faster canter. So it was definitely difficult for me to kind of show her the cues, because I usually don't do this in a lesson, because I haven't had a lesson on her in like a week, because I've been trying to focus on doing lessons on Sully, because Sully is the horse that I'm trying to get ready for a cross-country kind of thing at my house. So they asked us to do a collected canter, and yeah, I've been trying to train Sully in doing cross-country, and then I also have my other horses, and then now we have a new baby coming, so it's definitely crazy at my house right now. They asked us to walk and turn around, so that's what I did. Canter, and then they asked us to halt and go to the center. So it was definitely not that long. I thought it was going to be longer, but it wasn't. So they asked us to go to the middle, but it was just me, because they decided to do it individually. Because you guys are probably asking me, why are you by yourself? Because they asked us individually to do it, because they wanted to focus on us individually, and then they were gonna have us all do it together, which I forgot to get footage of that. So they told us to go in a line and to a different spot each time, and to walk and trot towards them so they can see it straight ahead, and then to walk and to halt, and then ask the horse to back up into a trot. And it was so strange. They would ask us to do that, and then they said that we could walk out and untag our horses and go home, which is what I did. I also lunged Silly this day and a lot of the other horses, and yeah, and then I'm gonna just say a couple days later, I wasn't recording, and a couple days later I was on a ride on Silly, and I didn't record this ride because I was like, it's a lesson, I don't feel like recording it, and let's just say Lucy had her baby this day, and I was in a lesson, and I didn't have my phone on me because I was like, I don't need my phone on me right now. I'm just gonna focus on Sully and getting him ready for our cross-country course, in our cross-country 3-day event, and I was really like preparing myself and Sully for our ride, and I was also getting Molly ready for her first ride, and training her with a saddle finally, and it was definitely very hectic. That day was very hectic because then after my ride, my trainer told me that my phone was ringing and it was my uncle, and I was freaking out after she told me that, and I called him back immediately afterwards, and he told me that she had her baby and he had some footage. He said he was going to record in the morning, but he told me that I could come down and kind of see her and her baby and all of that stuff. And so that's going to be in the next video where I'm going to be showing you guys that footage and all of that stuff. And yeah, very exciting. But yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one when you guys finally get to meet her baby. So I will see you in the next one. Bye.